let's take a second and kind of just understand, guys, that if you have decided to make that choice to follow the Lord, or maybe you haven't made the choice, but you're on the outside looking in, or maybe you just joined, a lot of us might think, okay, this is cool. I got a little genie now, so when things get rough, I can just pray to him and it's going to be okay. You're a Christian now. Everything's going to be easy. Everything's sweet now. But it's not. That's the furthest thing from the truth, as a matter of fact. In fact, the Word says the opposite of that. God promised trials. He promised those trials. Those trials are coming to refine us. If we can just take a quick look at some examples, and let's just turn back to John, the book of John, chapter 15, verses 18 through 21. Just a quick example of some of the things that the Lord said. It was John chapter 15, verses 18 through 21. All right. So, chapter 15, verse 18. They're red letters, by the way. So if you're kind of still new, and this isn't a knock, but they're red letters. This means that these are the words that came out of Jesus' mouth. So he says, if the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. It says, if you were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things they will do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. So a few of us are like, oh, well, they're going to do this in my name's sake. What he's saying is that they're going to persecute the believers and say, I did this for you, God. This is what I did for you. These blasphemous people that are coming in your name, we took them out. We smoked them. But they missed the whole purpose. See, they rejected that Messiah. That Messiah that they were waiting on, they were waiting to make kind of their world flip. They wanted to take back everything that the Romans had going on, being under their oppression. And that was the Messiah that they were looking for, but that's not the Messiah that they got. The Messiah that they got was gentle. He didn't come in judgment. He loved on them. If we can also flip to John 16, verses 1 through 4. It says, these things I have spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. They shall put you out of the synagogues, yea, the time cometh, and whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth God's service. And these things they will do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me. Verse 4, but these things I have told you, that when the time hath come, ye may remember that I told you of them. And these things I said, not unto you at the beginning, because I was with you. Trials, tribulation, persecution. It's something that's to be expected. In fact, without them, we can't refine ourselves to join Christ. But if we look in Romans, the book of Romans, chapter 8:17, it's almost a requirement. Sorry, guys. I know what's up there, guys. I'm going to just kind of read from the Word, though. And it says, and this is Paul speaking, if children, then heirs, heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ. And that part, if there was no comma, that would be sweet. I'm on for that one. I don't know about you. That sounds good to me. I'm going to be an heir of God, joint heirs with Christ. The rest of that, I don't know if I've seen it. Doesn't look too appealing. If so, that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. That suffer part, that's the fine print, but it's not so fine. This is right in our face, right? When you make this decision, guys, I don't know what the trial is going to be for your life. I don't know the requirement that the Lord is going to have for you. It's going to look different for everybody. I can't give you this black and white cookie cutter version of how you're going to have to walk through this life. But I know that there's going to be trials. And it's not if they come, it's just when they come. So this is why we have to prepare ourselves now. And utilize that gift of faith. That free gift. And here's the thing. Pastor's always good with explaining this to me. He's so patient with me. And he's always telling me, son, it's like when you're at the gym, right? You got to keep training it. This is something you have to train over and over again. It's not just, boom, now you're faith level times 70, Every trial, every tribulation that you're facing, you have to walk through it with faith. And that's something that the pastor's worked with me a lot on. So with that said, guys, I wanted to focus kind of on the story of Elijah for today. And we don't have time to go through the whole story. Kind of give you some brief summaries and things like that to catch everybody up. But Elijah, I feel, was a great example of a man of faith that he found himself in many trials, doing the Lord's work. In fact, he was one of two men in the Bible that didn't die a natural death here on earth. He was ushered up into heaven.